A car was running furiously on the road. There were four girls inside that car. One of them was Vian, who was driving. Her two friends were enjoying that fast speed, but one of her friend Meena was screaming in fear from the back seat. Vian, please reduce the speed. Do you want us all to die? Meena pleaded to Vian. But Vian was not in a mood to listen her. She was driving at such a fast speed that her car was leaving all the vehicles on the road behind. Come on, Meena, don't be a crybaby. Just enjoy this ride because I'm not going to reduce the speed. Do you want dad's bodyguards to catch us? No, sweetheart, I'm not going to let that happen. Vayan saw through the side mirror that two cars were coming behind her. That's her dad's bodyguards who were chasing her. Looking at their cars, a smirk came on her lips. They think they can catch me? Stupid bodyguards. They have forgotten that I am Park Vian. With a proud smirk, Vian increased the speed. Meena's heart had came out of her mouth. She thought that she was gonna die today. Vian's car was moving far away from her bodyguard's cars. Before increasing the car's speed for one more last time, Vian looked at her bodyguard's cars through the side mirror, but apart from the two cars of the bodyguards, Vian's eyes fell on another car. That's the same car, Vian whispered with furrowed eyebrows. Why is that car following me? She whispered again while looking at that black Bugatti. From past few days, Vian was noticing that a black Bugatti was following her at many places. I will deal with that later, she thought in her mind and increased the car speed. Her car went beyond the reach of her bodyguards. They lost her car. Looking at this view and Vian's driving skill, the person in that black Bugatti who was wearing a mask smirked. That's my girl, that person said proudly with his husky voice. Vian and her three friends, Suha, Leah, and Meena, came out of the car. All four girls were looking very gorgeous. Vian was wearing a black one piece that was not so revealing, still making her look very hot. Come on, girls, let's party hard tonight, she said with a beautiful and bright smile. All of them entered in the club. The moment these four beautiful ladies entered in the club, most of the men's eyes tugged on them. Not caring much about these things, four of them enjoying their night. They were dancing and laughing in joy like there is no tomorrow. There was a man who was sitting at a corner. His eyes were stuck on Vian like a glue. He was the same masked man who was driving that Bugatti. His eyes were traveling on Vian's body from head to toe. Her every dance move was making him more crazy for her. After dancing, four of them came to the bar counter. Suha and Leah ordered hard drink for themselves while Meena ordered an orange juice for herself. Vian, you also order something for yourself? Yes, sure. One vodka, please, she said to the bartender. Hearing her words, the three girls looked at her shockingly. Bartender gave her the drink. Vian, don't drink that. You already know that you can't handle alcohol, Leah warned Vian. Please don't stop me today. I really want to drink. Okay, girl, nobody is stopping you. Just go for it. We are here to take care of you. Cheers! All of them started to drink. Vian was continuously drinking one glass after another. Vian, stop it now. You are drinking too much. Stop right now, otherwise I will call either your dad or your fiancé. Fiancé? My foot. I'm not yet engaged to that man. And I'm not afraid of anyone. I will drink as much as I want, Vian said loudly. We all know how stubborn your dad is. Sooner or later, you will have to marry the man of his choice. Hearing Suha's word, Vian laughed. Alcohol gradually started controlling her mind. And don't you know who I am? I am stubborn daughter of my stubborn dad. It's not like he can force me to marry a man of his choice. So what kind of man do you want to marry? I want a man for whom my respect is his respect. A man who can destroy everything for me. I want to feel wild love. I want to become an addiction of the man of my dream. Who knows, your fiancé may be exactly the kind of guy you want. Hearing her words, Vian again laughed. We will see, sweetheart. Right now, I need to go to washroom, she said while taking her phone. Are you sure you can go alone? I can come with you. I can walk, Wine went from there. Wine came out of washroom. She was walking in the corridor with the support of the wall. Her eyes were half closed. She was slowly losing her senses due to the alcohol. A man who was fully drunk came to that corridor. When he was passing by Wine, he looked at her lustfully. He came close to her and extended his hand to touch her. Suddenly, someone came between them and grabbed that man's neck. He was the same masked man who was following Ryan. He dragged that drunk man away from Ryan and tightly gripped on that man's neck. Don't you dare to touch Kim Taeyong's skull, the masked man warned while slowly choking that drunk man's neck. Hearing the name Kim Taeyong, that drunk man's eyes widened. He quickly started apologizing and ran from there. Taeyong came towards Wine. Wine was standing with the support of the wall and giggling due to intoxication. She looked at Taeyong, who was still wearing the mask. Who are you? Before she completed the question, her body imbalanced and she fell on Taeyong. Her face was on Taeyong's neck. His collar was making her crazy. Her lips were unintentionally touching his neck, which was making it hard for him to control himself. He moved her away. She looked at his eyes. Your eyes are so magical, Wine said with a beautiful smile, and then again she fell on him. She lost her consciousness. Taeyong smiled at her behavior and carried her in his arms. In the morning, Wine woke up with a heavy head. She sat on the bed while holding her head. Her eyes were still half closed. Ah, my head. Why is it hurting so much? She looked around and found herself in an unknown room. Looking around the room, she got shocked. Not because of that unknown room, but because of the walls of that room. Every wall was covered by her pictures. Whose room is this? She whispered. There were no clothes on her body from last night. Instead of her own clothes, she was wearing a white long shirt. Looking at the shirt, it seems like it was a man's shirt. Oh no, whose shirt is this? Did I sleep with anyone else while I was drunk? No, it can't be true. She quickly stood up and looked on the bed. That whole bed sheet was clean. She sat again on the bed and sighed. Huff, there is no blood stain. Thank God my virginity is safe. She sighed again. But where I am? And why my pictures are literally on every damn wall? Whose room is this? Wyan looked at the shirt which she was wearing. She held the collar of the shirt and smelled it. The moment she inhaled the perfume of that shirt, she recognized the smell. I think I have smelled this column before, but where? She started to think about last night. After straining her mind, she remembered the entire incident that happened to her after getting drunk. It's him, that masked man, she said while thinking about Taeyong's magical eyes. She got up from the bed and looked at every picture of herself very carefully. It's strange. Every pictures of mine in this room are not too old. It's from that places which I visited recently. And one more strange thing I am noticing is that these are the same places where I saw that black Bugatti too. Ryan started to connect every dot between the places she visited and the man she met last night. When she understood everything, a shocking expression came on her face. It means that the masked man I met last night was my stalker, and he was stalking me wherever I was going. Oh God, it means this room is also his. It must be coming here anytime. I should leave right now. Ryan looked for her dress. Her dress was on the couch. She took that and quickly ran to the bathroom. She was unaware of the fact that there was a CCTV camera in that room. For this whole time, Taeyong was looking at her. The way she was talking to herself, her shocked face, her expressions, her every action, he found that cute. After changing the dress, Ryan came out of the bathroom and got out of the room. After coming out of that big mansion, Ryan searched for the nameplate to find his stalker's name, but there was nothing. What kind of house is this? There is no one in the entire house, not even a guard. And now see, there is not even a nameplate. She shrugged it off, she took a taxi and went from there. What are you saying, Ryan? Don't take it lightly. Just go and tell your dad, Meena said nervously. After coming home, Wayan called Meena, Suha, and Leah to her house. She told them everything. After listening her, all three girls got worried for her. Meena is right. Don't take this matter lightly. That stalker is very clever. He texted us from your phone that your dad's bodyguards had caught you in that club and taken you to your dad. That stalker can be dangerous, Wayan. Maybe he has bad intentions for you. Wayan smiled and said, I don't think so. Three of them gave her a confused look. If he had been dangerous, he would not have saved me from that man last night. And if he had any bad intentions towards me, then he had a chance. I was alone and drunk, but still he did nothing to me. Wayan took out a white shirt from a bag and inhaled the scent of that shirt with a smile. It's that stalker shirt, isn't it? Yes, Wayan answered with a smile. Wayan, what's wrong with you? Are you still drunk? Just think he changed your dress. Do you understand what this means? He saw you without clothes. That shameless stalker? Leah was angry on Taeff while Wayan was blushing after listening Leah's word. Looking at Wayan's behavior, three of them held their heads. I want to meet him again, Wayan said with a smile while remembering Taeff's magical eyes. Wake up to reality, girl. That masked man is a stalker. Stop thinking about him. Soon you are going to get engaged with somebody else. Think about him. Suha's word dragged Wayan to the reality. Oh shit, how did I forget about it? Today I have to go on a date with my so-called future fiancé, Wayan said mockingly. Right, go on a date with him. You should focus on your fiancé, not on that stalker. Who told you that I am going to focus on that loser soon-to-be fiancé? I agreed for a date just because of my dad. If I don't go on this stupid date, my dad won't let me do an internship in KT Corporation. Oh yes, I remember. You told us that you want to do an internship in KT Corporation and after that you will join your dad's company. Yes, it's a deal between dad and me that today I will go on a date with the man he chose and tomorrow I will join the company in which I want to do the internship. Now girls, please help me to get ready for my so-called date. In the evening, Wayan reached at a restaurant with her date Min Suho. Min Suho was a young handsome man, also the heir of Min Corporation, one of the biggest company of Korea. Wayan had already met Suho in a business party and from the very first meeting she didn't like Suho's attitude. But also she can't deny the fact that his dad had chosen one of the finest men for her from the business world. But finest only in looks, not in attitude. Wayan and Suho were sitting on their book table. They gave their orders to the waiter. I am sure you will like the food here. This is the most expensive restaurant of Seoul. I come here often. Wayan just gave a big fake smile to Suho and whispered to herself. He is a moving showroom of show-off, always blabbering about prices of cars, watches, outfits, etc. etc. Did you say something, Wayan? Nothing. Wayan shook her head. By the way, you are looking very pretty. Thank you, she said with a fake smile. This is the first thing a man should say to a woman on a date, but this man gave me a compliment after blabbering about this so-called expensive restaurant. She again whispered to herself. Soon waiter came with their respective order. Wayan was unaware that Taeff was also present there. His eyes were admiring Wayan's gorgeous look. She was wearing a brown gown which was reflecting her body curves very perfectly. A waiter came to Taeff's table to ask his order, but instead of ordering for himself, he ordered a vanilla ice cream for Wayan and told the waiter to give Wayan after she finished her meal. Wayan and Suho finished their meal. As per the order of Taeff, the waiter brought a vanilla ice cream for Wayan. Ma'am, this is for you. But I didn't give an order for this. Actually, somebody else asked me to give you this. Wayan looked at Suho. No, I did not order this. I think you have misunderstood. We have not ordered this. Actually, ma'am, a guy from table number 17 ordered this and he pointed towards you very clearly. Which guy? A guy in a black mask. There. Waiter turned and pointed towards table number 17. Suha and Wayan also looked there, but there was no one. A guy in a black mask. He must be him, she whispered to herself. Where is he? She asked to the waiter. I don't know, ma'am. He was just there. Leave it. Maybe he was an old friend of yours. Wine just nodded and looked at vanilla ice cream with a smile. So he also knows that vanilla ice cream is my favorite. How sweet. I have to meet him today at any cost. She thought in her mind. So I need to go to washroom. Yes, sure. Wine got up and headed towards the exit. Suho was looking at his phone. He thought to inform his dad that he was ready to get engaged with Wayan. But suddenly he heard Wayan's loud voice. He quickly looked at the direction. Wayan was shouting on a man. Suho got up and went towards her. What happened, Wayan? This bastard touched me inappropriately. What rubbish you are speaking. I am the owner of this restaurant. Do you think I will die to touch any random girl like you? Wayan looked at that man angrily and growled. Now you just see what this random girl will do to you. I am Park Wayan. I don't forgive someone easily. Messing with me is like messing with fire. I will destroy your restaurant. Calm down, Wayan. Suho came in front of Wayan and apologized to the owner. I am sorry for her behavior. She must be misunderstood. You are Lee Daeon, right? Hi, I'm Miss Suho. Suho forwarded his hand towards Lee Daeon and Lee Daeon shook his hand with him. Wayan got furious after seeing this. She snatched Suho's hand from Lee Daeon's hand and shouted at him. What do you mean that I misunderstood? He harshly grabbed my waist and here you are shaking hand with him? I will talk to you later. First, let me handle this bastard. You, Mr. Lee Daeon, is this how you treat the girls who came to your restaurant? Suho looked at his surroundings. Everyone was looking at them. Suho was feeling embarrassed by Wayan's behavior. Suddenly he saw that Wayan took a glass of red wine from a table and splashed it on Lee Daeon's face. Wayan, is this how you behave in your home? Suho shouted on Wayan and forcefully took her out from there. When they both came out of the restaurant, Wayan snatched her hand away from Suho. I did not expect this type of behavior from you, Wayan. Do you know who is he? He is the new shareholder of our company. So what? What do you expect me to do when someone misbehaves with me? Should I lick his shoe or give him a big smile? No, you should avoid this type of situation by keep shutting your mouth. A woman should always lower her voice in front of men so that men will never get provoked. You shouted on Lee Daeon. Now maybe he planned to take revenge from you. Now I have to give him expensive gifts so that he forgives you. Wine was not believing on her ears after what she heard from a well-educated man. She tightly slapped Suho. Suho looked at her shockingly. This is what a woman should do if a man misbehaves with her or tries to make her feel inferior. Forget about engagement. A man who can't fight for my respect also don't deserve me, Wayan said angrily. Oh really? Do you know whom you are rejecting? I am Min Suho, the heir of Korea's third biggest company. Rejecting me is your loss, Park Wayan, Suho said with a smirk. Did you forget what rank my company holds, Mr. Min Suho? Second. My company holds second rank after Kim Corporation. You need to marry me so that Min and Park together can beat Kim Corporation. But it's never going to happen because today I am rejecting you. Now get lost before something bad happens to your company. Listening to Wayan, Suho smirked, vanished. He went from there. Wayan had came here in Suho's car, but now he went alone, so Wayan thought to call her driver. But suddenly she heard fire alarm from the restaurant. Within a minute she saw people were coming outside hurriedly. Wayan looked at the restaurant. That whole building was started to burn in fire. Everyone was coming outside while screaming. Wayan's eyes fell on a man with a mask who was coming outside very calmly. She recognized that man. He was none other than her stalker.